scientists made a startling discovery in the center of a harsh desert. Hidden beneath the shifting sands is a culture lost to time, one that rewrites ancient history. This long-forgotten and neglected community has emerged from the shadows to surprise the globe. Follow us as we uncover the secrets of a mysterious civilization that thrived despite all obstacles, revealing a story of creativity and resilience that challenges everything we thought we knew about our past. Underneath the sands of a modern-day Sudan and Southern Egypt lies the story of a civilization whose architectural prowess matched that of the ancient Egyptians. The Nubians were searching for signs and clues to fill the gaps in their story. Known for building more pyramids than their northern neighbors, the Nubians established a kingdom of extraordinary wealth, culture, and power. However, the tides of history shifted, and their elaborate constructions were progressively reclaimed by the desert, their narrative shrouded by the sands of time. Dating back to the Neolithic period, Nubia is recognized for its sophisticated social framework, advanced architectural expertise, and dynamic contacts with ancient Egypt. The timeline of Nubia's expeditions and its archaeological importance expands as European powers, during the 18th century, expanded their reach throughout Africa. Scholars and archaeologists often accompanied these colonial expeditions, initially focusing on the phonetic marvels of Egypt due to their extraordinary allure and global fascination. These travelers soon ventured to modern-day Sudan, where they discovered the rich heritage of Nubia. Richard Lepsius, the pioneering German Egyptologist, was among the first to research Nubian treasures exhaustively. During his Prussian expedition from 1842 to 1845, his thorough notebooks and sketches provided a full description of Nubian ancient wealth, charting innumerable sites, including temples, burial sites, and whole settlements that were previously unknown to the broader scholarly society. Even these early investigations were not without obstacles. Adventurers encountered difficult climates and political unrest, and their initial perceptions of Nubia were frequently clouded by colonial biases, often underestimating the sophistication of Nubian civilization. Nubia's connection with Egypt was characterized by periods of violence and collaboration, with Nubian kings at times dominating Egypt, particularly during the 25th dynasty, commonly known as the Nubian dynasty. This era is essential for understanding the significant influence Nubians had on Egyptian politics, culture, and religion. Pharaoh Taharqa, a prominent ruler of this dynasty, managed a time of significant architectural and cultural achievements, with extensive building projects in both Nubia and Egypt. These projects featured a mix of Egyptian and Nubian art styles. The rediscovery of the Nubian dynasty has been essential in highlighting not only the Nubians as conquerors, but also as integrators who greatly boosted Egyptian state transportation and cultural life. When comparing Nubia to Mesopotamia, both civilizations flourished around mighty rivers, the Nile for Nubia and the Tigris and Euphrates for Mesopotamia. These rivers provided a rich ground that supported dense populations and the growth of complex societies. Just as Nubia interacted with Egypt, Mesopotamia developed dynamic interactions with its neighbors, involving both cultural exchanges and military conflicts. In terms of architecture, Nubia is famed for its pyramids and monumental temples, with Mesopotamia being credited with the development of ziggurats and the innovative use of brick as a primary construction material. Both regions established their writing systems, with Mesopotamian scripts and Meroitic scripts in Nubia playing crucial roles in administration, religion, and culture. George Reisner's pioneering excavation work in Nubia at the beginning of the 20th century has substantially improved our understanding of the Old Kingdom of Kush, shedding light on a society that was at times a competitor or a partner to ancient Egypt. As a lecturer at Harvard University, Reisner was sent by the Harvard University Museum of Fine Arts. The Boston expedition explored the historical riddles of Egypt and Nubia, and his research in Nubia was among the first to use scientific archaeological methods in the region. Setting new norms for documenting the excavation process, Reisner's groundbreaking initiatives included the excavation of Kerma, which he identified as a significant cultural and political center. This finding occurred in the Kingdom of Kush, particularly crucial as Kerma's importance had previously been overshadowed by more widely recognized Egyptian sites. The most remarkable find at Kerma was the Defufa, a towering mud brick construction that is still one of the largest and oldest of its kind in the world. Reisner proposed that the Defufa served as a religious or administrative function, a topic that continues to stir debate among scholars regarding its unique role. Excavations in the royal cemetery at Kerma uncovered a wealth of knowledge about the funeral practices of the Kushites. Elite tombs exhibited a vast diversity of burial goods, including pottery, gold, and bronze artifacts, testifying to highly sophisticated and vast trade links. Additional evidence of human sacrifices made at these places indicates that the Kushites engaged in elaborate burial practices, underlining the depth of their religious beliefs. Reisner's findings suggested a highly ordered urban center at Kerma, including residential areas, production centers, and extensive fortifications. This insight provided new perspectives on urban planning and the architectural sophistication of the Kushite civilization, challenging the widespread notion that Nubian culture was always subjected to that of ancient Egypt. Rather, Reisner's findings underlined the individuality of Nubian culture and its authority to affect and regulate vast zones, including portions of Egypt at various times. Reisner's systematic approach to innovation and strict documentation practices set new benchmarks in archaeology. His legacy continues to serve as a foundational resource for future research on Nubia, inspiring generations of archaeologists to further investigate the complexity of Nubian history and its links with other ancient civilizations. The resurgence of Nubian pyramids and archaeological efforts to conserve Nubian heritage following the construction of the Aswan High Dam offered amazing insights into this ancient civilization. Archaeology, the study of ancient civilizations, is often driven by incidental discoveries. They differ from Egypt's giant pyramid of Giza, which extends nearly 230 meters at its base, constructed with stepped courses of horizontally placed stone blocks. Nubian pyramids generally feature a tiny chapel at the base facing east, housing offerings and a stela with inscriptions about the deceased and burial traditions. The pyramids reveal a great deal about Nubian beliefs, serving not just as final resting places, but also as testimonies to the wealth and power of the Kushite royalty and elites. These structures reflect a hierarchy and religious practices influenced by but distinct from Egyptian traditions. The skill and hieroglyphic inscriptions on the walls of these pyramids offer vital insights into the faith and daily life of the Kushites, frequently including prayers and spells, similar to those found in Egyptian literature, but modified to local circumstances and gods. A comparison between Nubian and Mayan pyramids provides unique insights. Both civilizations built pyramids, yet their functions and designs reflect various cultural priorities and environmental circumstances. Nubian pyramids primarily served as tombs for kings, with higher edges and narrow bases, built with stone. In contrast, Mayan pyramids were frequently larger and less steep, serving largely religious goals, hosting rites and sacrifices at their summits.